They don't go for like the offlane combos like how Liquid do, right? Like when Liquid first picked this Phoenix, I'm always looking for like the Axe or the Mars. Like
right,
they seem so
like that,
concerned about covering the egg as well as just having like a lot of damage over time or like spammable spells in the laning stage. Whereas Nigma, they just like they don't seem like they think about the hero like that at all.
There's something in the pro scene that happens when a combo is played way too many times. Like this Phoenix Mars combo, let's say, it's very strong, but it's not utterly broken because you can still disengage, right? If you have the right heroes, you can disengage, and Weaver and Void Spirit are already pretty good. With Void Spirit, you can jump out of the arena with many spells, and Weaver himself is a bit difficult to catch. So, but we'll see. Mars is still solid. You would have a good way of pinning down the Weaver if you go for it. So. We'll see. It's possible. Bounty though banned. They played it on position 1 a couple of times.
Yeah, with Miracle playing it. That is a nice one because they try and use like the heavy aggression in the early game from like the Wind Ranger setting up kills and stuff, and they take the Queen. So there was the Ember and the Caudle were also still left in here too in terms of another one of our little combo picks. There's also still the Oracle +1 for some potential shenanigans as well here. Secret just leaving their lanes very open at this point in the draft.
Yeah, like Secret can do anything pretty much with these heroes. Most likely Void Spirit will be that position 4. Most likely Weaver will be Puppey, but who knows? They can do anything. And Queen of Pain as well. Most of the time right now is played on the offlane. You go for those Necro 1s into the mech, but it's still just as good in the mid lane if it's the right matchup. So maybe we'll see her there.
I don't know if we found a good answer to this Weaver yet either.
Yeah.
Feels, you know, it feels like it'd be kind of a good Spear Breaker game. But they already have both supports, and I don't know. I saw some team trying him out late lane. He looked all right, but
I've seen some teams go for the Nyx Assassin as well, which is pretty sick.
Yeah.
You can always kind of catch him with that Carapace, and the amount of lockdown that you bring to the game is good enough to kill him. But it's hard to justify position 5, right? That's
exactly.
also a problem, especially if it's a Weaver. If it's a Phoenix, all right, you want something versus the egg, but
that's a good thing.
It's a damn Weaver, man. You know.
What happened to this hero? This guy was like first phase banned for 2 weeks, and it was him versus Nature's Prophet every single game, or the Queen of Pain, right?
Yeah, and Ember mid. Dragonite versus Ember mid, and Dragonite versus Nature's Prophet, or both of them are banned out.
That's the perfect pick. All I can think is like they just need another stun, right? You have Weaver, Void Spear, Queen of Pain. Like for the love of God, you need to make it so that you can get a Shackle off, and you can't rely on Shackle versus these 3 heroes, right?
It's such a good laner versus the Queen of Pain. It's pretty good versus Weaver as well. Bloodseeker though, all right. Secret snatching that one away. It's good versus Phoenix. That Rapier can make it a bit hard for him to get out, but versus Wind Ranger too, right? You can just Rupture her, she can't really move. You have the Blood Right as well to work with. No big setups for him though. You don't have your sleep into Blood Right or something like that.
Yeah, they have like the single target stuff from the Void Spirit, like Yules into Aether or whatever, and then you can guarantee a silence, but you're right, there's nothing that really guarantees it.
I didn't have any stuns on Secret though. That's something that your Aether Remnant is pretty much it, right? They're severely lacking stuns. They need to address that with their last pick. Yeah,
or else you might get a big miracle hero here. Like some AM or something. I kind of feel like that's what's going to happen. But there is a Bloodseeker, so that's kind of what they're already prepping for, right? It's like this like fast gameplay style.
It would be a sick Miracle AM game. They played it recently too, like one of the latest series, and they won with it. It could be good. Another hero that's also really good for Nigma right now is Meepo. You don't really care about any of these heroes in Team Secret. It would be pretty solid. Dragonite could still go for some utility. They go for that Prophet instead first.
That's interesting.
It's still very open, right? There's that Prophet. You can't say for sure that she's going mid, so...
Yeah, I guess I was assuming the DK was going to be a 1 or a 2, but that could easily be the MC DK or the MC Death Prophet as well. And then, of course, we could still have the Weehaw Wind Ranger. If they wanted to like go back for an Oracle or something, they could still do that.
Yep. One thing for Team Secret though is they still do have the overall last pick. So because of that, maybe they'll think about leaving all these cheese heroes in.
That's
like your Brood Mothers, your Meepos, whatever. You can kind of leave them in Visage even, and then counterplay with the last pick. Well, Nigma, they might be the one that are a bit scared too, because this is also a good Meepo game for Team Secret when you think about it.
It's all about the Meepo these days.
I believe Team Secret did lose to Nigma with Meepo in that last series. I'm not sure if it was Secret or Liquid, but Nigma did play Wii Meepo. He went like 18-1, and Nisha did play it as well recently, so you kind of have to think about it.
Yeah, I'm surprised like every team doesn't have a Meepo by now.
It's not that difficult even to learn how to play.
Yeah, okay, big Meepo Spirit. It's not that hard, all right? You just need to... I think people do think it's harder than it really is, but damn, dude, it's so hard. All right.
A couple of 100 games and you're set. What's that? What's that in the life of pro player? That's a week of
it's nothing.
Of playing. Yeah.
Just need some bounties from the management. You know, they can make their own compendium. Like, look, if you play 100 games of Meepo, we'll give you 20 Battle Pass levels. That would get them going, I feel like. You gotta bait your players.
Force them to practice new heroes like that. That's actually a next level play right there.
Yeah, I'm figuring it out one piece at a time here.
What's Nigma gonna ban?
I would love some AoE stun. Would feel really nice for Nigma, right? I don't know if that's feasible with the heroes they have left. Or like the roles they have left, rather.
Yeah, Pango is still in the pool.
Yeah, that's something that too.
That's something the Team Secret could go for, because they also have, well, it's not really a big of a deal, but they did pick a Bloodseeker, which kind of counters the Pango, so they could pick that as well. And they had a very similar draft, but versus a team that's not really as strong as Nigma, and they just outplayed them in the laning stage, and that's how they won the game overall. Let's see, ban.
Interesting. I guess mostly a laning stage ban.
Yeah, very interesting. But they don't have that lockdown, right, that we talked about, so they ban it out. But yeah, what are they thinking about here?
5 seconds
like,
remaining.
Someone would say a lifestealer or something like that, but it's not really that great for them. They go for the Ursa.
Not a stun, but, you know, with the stuns they have, try and actually kill someone during it. So far, there's still no save on the side of Secret either, unless Weaver gets to, like, an Aghanim's, which you don't necessarily expect from Puppey. Yeah, they're just looking for a pretty fast-paced game from Nigma. Good tower damage between the DK and the Death Prophet. They can obviously roach really easily with the Ursa.
I like this draft a lot, because that same Ursa, you're saying fast-paced tempo, right? They are oriented at mid-game, but then again, Ursa with the Battle Fury build, he can scale easily. He can become really strong.
Well, first thing, Morphling's banned, so we don't go right there. All right, move on to Nisha's other weird heroes. It's not really a great Arc Warden game. There's an Ursa, a DP. So we don't have to worry about that hero.
Kunkka banned out as well.
Yeah.
Also not something that you can go for.
And the Vipers in this time. Ursa DK.
Yeah, not really that great. Let's see.
Whoa! Who is this hero? Alright, what's this Weaver? Is the Weaver still support? Or is the Weaver and the Queen support now?
Let's see.
That's probably what it is. Well, Yaps replaced so much with the Void Spirit, but...
I guess the Queen is still offlane, right?
Yeah.
If you're picking the draw, so Zai is going to be the Queen of Pain offlane. Puppey is the Weaver. Okay, this draft, I would favor Nigma a little bit. I really like it. They're fast-paced, they can get on top of Nisha, but... Drow Ranger is pretty solid right now. The last thing that I have seen play it was OG, and they ran it mid. It was pretty good. It worked out really well for them. But they had the Vengeful Spirit. They had some other combos. Holy moly, man!
How holy moly, yeah. Drow is an interesting one. The Gust is surprisingly obnoxious, I'm sure, for like an Ursa too. Because you don't really want to commit to the BKB necessarily that early either. But,
tell me, can you actually hear Parker in this holy moly?
No, I didn't know it was Parker. I said that earlier because I didn't know who it was, and I asked, and Cyborg Matt tweeted at me telling me that it was.
I would never guess.
Gods. No, I thought it was like a
never
stock
guess,
noise. I thought they just like got some like free noise or someone at Valve did it or something. But like I can kind of hear it though when I listen for Parker. Just be like, oh, okay, I can see how that could have been Parker like in the
Really?
crazy fight.
Holy moly!
Thank you. Who was it? Who was it this time? Thank you, Matu. Thank you, Zai. Damn, it's so hard for me. Like, no way. I could never guess it's Parker. Like,
Maybe
never.
it was one of the Muppets of Parker. You know, that's what it was.
That's a good one. Yeah. Could have been. Could have been.
Holy moly!
It's too good. I love it so much. I didn't know how much I loved it until today. I haven't had anyone spamming this in my cast. And now
What level
so
do you need
good.
for it? What
I
level
don't
do
know.
you
Maybe
need
that's
for
what's
that?
happening. Maybe it was the bundle has unlocked it for everyone.
Holy moly!
Thank you. Thank you so much to everyone.
Holy moly!
Yeah,
This is the
secret
greatest
is.
game
Yeah,
Dota.
they're just not giving up on this. Okay, so we will see the Drow Ranger mid lane. Puppey rushing down mid with that Observer Ward to ward up for him. Matu right now kinda undecided. He's rolling top with the Queen of Pain, with Yapzor. Usually what you can see that the same thing is happening from Nigma. So you just want to set up your lanes well, and because of that you move as 5 instantly. Maybe get a pick off or 2 for someone to TP, and setting up lanes is much easier than...
Yeah, there's a couple teams that are just like Unique, for example, every single game. They always 5-man smoke. And to the point where teams are all 5-man waiting for them at this point.
I noticed that from them as well. There's no grand scheme behind their movements as well. It's just, let's get the first blood, why not?
This is also known as the Slacks play. If anyone has ever played with Slacks, this is how he determines if his team will listen to him. He just screams at them to see if they'll come bottom for first blood. He calls it his little like mental check of like who's going to be a good player or not. Which really I can't stand because it's never a good idea, and then he just assumes anyone who doesn't do it is an idiot. So.
Man, I actually watched him. I watched him do that to his team last night when I was casting his games.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It was the worst thing ever because he was an Abaddon and he can actually rush in. Everyone else on his team is just so squishy and he would be the one surviving. Everyone else dies around him.
Yeah, and of course then it's everyone else's fault. You know, that's,
yeah.
That's typical. Sounds about right. Well, Yapzor checks mid. Like, it's we are. Hey, dude. Take that creep with me.
Yeah, actually, that's a small mistake. He needs to. What's he gonna do? Okay, there's nothing way too crazy about this play. Just moving the creep back. I was like, is he gonna move that creep somewhere? You know,
is it the next level play? Yeah.
Connect it to the next wave. Make the equilibrium crazy bad for that prophet.
It's kind of impressive though that we will even like think about that as like, oh yeah, okay, we just assume he's gonna get some grand scheme in his mind. Well, lane matchups. Where's my Ursa? He's on the run, so they are trying to get the matchups that they want right now. They of course want DK versus Queen of Pain. This is why you pick the hero for the most part. So
yeah,
you
definitely also don't want the Ursa versus Queen of Pain. It's just not that great for him. A lot of slows. You can never really kill him. There's a blink dagger to work with, so he switches things up.
I'm always surprised at how little course he
Look at Puppey top. He's diving the tier 2. He's just lost all of his HP. Miracle.
Can you
Miracle?
imagine?
Miracle? Yeah, his ward.
Yeah, it's just that little line of vision helping. Of course, it's also only 75 damage level 1. No real concerns there from the shock.
Yeah, what do you think? Will they switch up? Because this is not a great lane for Matumba Man as well. Playing into an Ursa can be difficult.
Oh, GH is chasing down Puppey too, forces the TV. He's gonna stay, he's gonna make sure. It's not like he thinks he's gonna kill him. He just wants to be like, I need to ensure that you actually leave right now. Because I've seen Puppey cancel that several times and just go back to the wave after that exact thing happens.
Yeah, uses the salve, goes back and kills a courier, you know, and then you're like, okay, god damn it.
Yeah, I hate this guy, like pretty much. Kuro down bottom, they missed the 8th. Wait, oh, what?
Oh, what happened?
Alright, I'd be mad too. What? I hate that angle on the stairs.
Yeah, he didn't really look like it's gonna connect. That was unfortunate for Kuro.
I mean, he was probably dead anyway, let's be real, but still.
Yeah. They need to have good lanes on the side of Secret. If these lanes go poorly for them, there's a big chance Nigma just swarms them in the mid game. You have these heroes that are Like when you look at Nigma, you don't even need a lot of gold coming off of the laning stage, right? You have your drag that is gonna be tanky with a bracer or two, that Prophet as well, Ursa, Phoenix, all these heroes do so much with nothing.
They have big spells.
Yep.
Secrets don't really have, like, I mean, they have some big spells, but like they kind of need like good setups. Like Drow needs a lot of Agi, and the Void Spirit needs like a Yule's really to be super helpful. Whereas they just want to pop Exorcism and DK form and run the tower.
Yep. They are on big cooldowns, so that's a bit dangerous. Matu, top lane.
A little bit risky there. 6 stacks of the Fury Swipe, taking an extra 108 damage from Ursa's attacks. Yeah, I'd be holding back too.
He's actually doing really well on this top lane. Just because Ursa wasn't really in the lane all the time. And he has a big wave pushing in.
Kuro is going to drop down bottom though, just chucks out a power shot there.
Like when you're playing this Wind Ranger as a position 5, at least you're hoping they don't have as much mobility as you, so you can run away. But these heroes are so good at getting on top of the Wind Ranger, they can kill him.
They have tools that kind of ignore you too, right? Like the dagger through like the wind run. Like it doesn't. You don't really have a great way of canceling out a lot of this damage from Zai. Just sticks you with the dagger and you're depressed.
Yeah, that's one of the lanes that Wind Rangers hated on mid lane too. Like playing versus Queen of Pain used to be so bad.
Well, they've managed to secure this rune here for Weehaw. That's impressive when you can have your core all the way down to the bottom one. I just meant there was no rotations there. Nisha gets a lot of damage in, but it's not going to matter. Because it's a regen.
Yeah, he was getting really close to the part in which he just multi-shot. Alright. He just died to Miracle alone.
Yeah. Alright. Did he get dusted or something? I thought he was in this. I guess he just got the swipe through. Either way, Miracle will get caught. Yeah, I guess Puppey just got a little bit too greedy. I mean, that is one problem with the support Weaver rate. It is 12 seconds level 1 on the Shikuji, so you can't be too aggressive.
Yeah. Still weird that he manages to die to an Ursa, but good play by Miracle.
I mean, you're not wrong. You just sound so bad. Like, wow, that's impressive. You died to Ursa. Puppey is the greatest player of his generation. I don't think anyone else could have done that.
Mid lane exorcised by Wii.
Yeah, takes the kill there in the mid lane on Nisha and drives back Yapsor. And still a lot of time left here. So it means there's a long time before there's any heals coming. So the supports are also coming through here to protect him. As there is a TP in from Zai. Level 5 here. Kuro does not have the shackle though, although Zai preemptively blinks aggressively there. They're going to go for the cliff. Still a quarter duration left, but Weehaw will just have to be happy with what he got through it all that. And Zai's going to get it. They were saving that for Weehaw. That's where you tip him for sure.
Does he have another blink? He does. Yeah, that was a pretty good blink as well to stop the siphon, right? So Wii doesn't heal up any longer. They also get the catapult on the mid lane. Yeah, pretty good rotation from Zai. He didn't invest a lot, but he defended the tower.
Yeah, they had to drop the glyph though, and MC, of course, gets like super freedom. I mean, he's got freedom this lane anyway. Yeah, back in the mid. Nisha again on the run. Remember, he just died a moment ago, but they're turning it back onto Weehaw. No ulti there. There's an Invis rune up top there too that they're gonna take away because Weehaw. Oh, maybe the siphon will keep him up. I thought he was going down. They, of course, still have the thirst, though, so he can't be too complacent here. Oh, top as well. All right, well, turn around there. Oh, he's so fast because the DP's so low. Oh, why didn't you just die, Weehaw?
Exactly, because they definitely could have killed him. They could have dove in that. They could have finished him off for sure. I'm wondering, did they actually do it on purpose?
Are they that big brain?
I think they're not that big brain, but Manseeker is happy still. Matu is
down bottom. They have the Sonic Wave here. They're going in on MC. This is a big one to try and drop, but they also have the backstab from Yapsor. They won't even. Okay, they will. I thought they were going to try and save him for a second, but she's willing to go for it.
Yeah, we rotated in, so it's much safer to just drop it. He also used the Dragon form, right? So that's on another 60 seconds of a cooldown.
Yeah.
You're slowing the game down for Nigma quite heavily, and they're in a good spot right now.
Well, Miracle's now back in the lane, and they each have their ultis, so... See if there's really any threat to Miracle here. Probably not. I mean, he's still holding the point as well. Maybe hoping for a kill opportunity instead, right?
Bottom lane though, mind control. He just TP'd in.
That's where they're gonna bring the Rupture to. And do they give him a little wave? Did you see that sick combo with the Rupture? Wow. Pulled him like, I don't even know,
So much
80
damage.
units or something.
Amazing. So many big brain plays from Secret in this grand
This was what the
final.
whole draft was leading towards. Incredible.
Just wait for the big combo of Rupture into Gust. That's what
Okay,
it's
now
all
you're
about.
just getting
Radiant's
excited.
top tower.
Shackle there, slow down Nisha. Crow, not that scary with the DD rune. Tries to get some help from GH. It's both supports versus the Drow, but she
One more
holds the
hit.
ground. She gets the kill.
Took you down enough.
GH still on 1 armor, but he's still doing what he can here versus Nisha, and he easily takes him down. So, not a terrible trade, I would say. Crow for Nisha.
Yeah. Nisha's still happy that he managed to get that kill after he lost the double damage too, right? So, kind of alright. I don't know how I feel about the Phoenix position 4 overall at the moment. I just have a feeling the hero has been nerfed so many times that the perfect position is that 5. All you need is levels, right? And after that, you're so strong.
The itemization is a little bit tougher now. They're just going to pop both ultis here in the mid. Again, this is what we expected from the draft. Just use your spells and walk at the tower, and they're very willing to do so.
This should be a tier 1, right? If you're Nisha, you don't even have multi-shots, so...
They don't have glyphs, so yeah, it's done.
Top lane, the
Radiant's middle tower.
The Phoenix is like what even? I can see how there could be really good games for it. Maybe if like you have to rush the Spirit Vessel, that could be like one good reason for it. But or like even a Halberd sometimes can be nice, but there's nothing that really begs for them this game.
Yeah. And in this game, Halberd is good, right? You're playing versus Bloodseeker, Drow Ranger, and Weaver, but the problem is, usually when you're buying that Halberd, you're eliminating one big problem. Here he has multiple ones, so it won't really help him.
They're doing their best to get this outpost here, despite all the harassment from Secret. And Weehaw will just go and give a little poke. See, I'm sort of still feeling bold here, as the multi-shot comes through as well. Mind control, Sonic Wave, he's going to fall. GH is able to get out. He just kind of stops there, and he does not get out for long. It's about to just chase him down, grabs a courier at the same time. He is thirsty for blood. Look at a double kill, and we'll count it as a 2.5 as he takes Weehaw's courier with him.
Again, Nigma doing much better when it comes to bounty runes, right? Did they take... No, Zai did manage to snatch one away. 3 go the way of Nigma. And they did get the outpost in the end, so they managed to kill them and reclaim the outpost, so they got that experience.
Yeah. Miracle, kind of aggressive here. Considering, they've taken that mid tower, so maybe he's feeling like he can go into these camps. The Appstar's going to see him on the run out of here, but can't really convert in anything. There's no Sonic Wave or anything from Zai. And of course, Miracle's still a pretty scary guy when he has the Enrage up and ready. And he is indeed going for that Battle Fury. This build, just with all the changes between his ultimate and the Fury swipes, this build is just like, it just seems way too good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
To scale so well too, and then later on, you're actually a real hero comes late game. You're not that Ursa that just takes that first Aegis, dies, and then does nothing for the rest of the game.
There were just so many changes that made him better because of this. Again, it's mind control. He already has 3 deaths. They're going to try and TP and help him out this time. Goes for the ult. Dodge the blood right, trying to turn on the Puppey. No ulti there available, but also putting some Sunray onto Nisha. Matu very fast.
So fast. He's completely fine. There is the dragon form on the bottom lane, and it looks like they will lose this tier 1 as well, as they TP away from it.
Yeah, Yapsor and Miracle were kind of tangling in the mid lane, but nothing serious from it. Puppey, I think, hoping to leech some XP here. Has to be careful though. Crow's nearby with a shackle, and they got him, but no one's going to follow in time because it is just a level 1 shackle, and they were too busy finishing up. There's also no silence available from Weehawr. They could have chained him pretty easily.
He's only level 8, right? So he didn't really invest into it. Sometimes you see that Prophet not go for ulti and get that silence a bit earlier, but this game they just want to pressure hard. But look at Puppey, he's doing exactly that. Creep skipping, not tipping out.
They got him. They had a sentry down. They saw him sneak in there, but he's already got the 1 point in the swarm. This is so annoying. Because, what can you do? Let's say they come back and try and contest them here. The odds of you killing him are so low. He just goes back to the tower.
Yeah, he's just out pushing. This is pretty much the only reason okay, Zai gets GH. The only reason why these kind of drafts work for Secret, but for no one else, because they can draft as greedy as they want to. They just make it work with constant split pushing, with Puppey, constant defense, right? If he's Puck or if he's a Weaver, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
He creates enough space for these heroes to come online. Look at what they're playing against. It's Dragonite and that Prophet. I think Nigma did find the right answer to all of this.
Yeah, I would agree. I think because it reminds me of like playing against Treant, right? You kind of have to do the same strategies versus Secret, where like when you are on the tower, you have to finish the tower. Because if you don't, you're never going to get back to this damn thing.
Yeah, I completely
They'll just
agree.
stick Puppey in that lane the whole time.
That's a very good comparison. And the thing is, even if sometimes when you stick a position 5, he's defending, but he doesn't really use that gold very well. But Puppey uses it so well. He goes Tranquils into Aghanims, and that Aghanims changes the dynamic of the game completely.
Sometimes you'll see him get like medallions and stuff too. Especially on this Ench, which could be good this game for the Roche, because they're fighting up against Nigma, so they might be thinking they could try and bully them out of it.
Medallion would be cool, because you're playing with Drow as well, right? So there's a lot of minus armor with the bugs.
Yeah.
At least the Blightstone. Blightstone would be helpful.
Oh yeah, it's surprising he doesn't have it. I feel like he usually ends up with it in the laning stage.
Yeah, it's just so strong with Weaver, with Geminate attack, but and the Swarm, but yeah, opted not to go for it this time.
Alright, well, speaking of Roche, though, definitely something that's on the mind for Nigma, I'm sure. Just like keeping an eye on it. I mean, you can see there's an 8th Remnant in there from Yapsor, so he's also just like maybe didn't see where they were up to right now. We constantly talk about them ulting for these towers, but they could easily do the same thing in the Roche pit too, to help guarantee that for themselves.
One really great thing for Nigma is they want to fight, right? And they want to have these compact fights in which they can use all their spells. And Ursa, if they do go for Roshan, allows them to save those spells before the fight comes to them, right? And then they can pop the spells and fight in front of the pit. You don't have to commit Exorcism to take down Rosh when you have Fury Swipes.
Yeah, it's true. Secret are gonna have to find themselves in the dance of those cooldowns and see if they can actually like smoke after, like if they go for a push or something, try and smoke out. They've had some problems between both teams, it feels like, in terms of catch. This game, it's not terrible. The support Void Spirit has some options, but it's still pretty tough, I find, without like a leading stun or a Yules.
It becomes much easier for Nigma once Dragonite finishes off the Blink Dagger. He's on 1400 gold right now, and perhaps if Kuro manages to get the Blink Dagger on his hands too, it could be pretty good.
You definitely wanted this game, I think, because like they're just so mobile. These secret heroes between the Weaver, the Void Spirit, and the Queen of Pain, even the Bloodseeker in some ways, of course, during a team fight. It'd just be nice if you could actually chain them down. And these are quite the arrows being drawn here. I believe that's Kuro.
Yeah, that's his big brain.
Yeah, whoa.
The way to move. Wow.
I wonder what he's saying.
Isn't that... Can we see the arrows from different observers as well and casters? Because that's pretty white, right? No?
Oh, that was my arrow. That was mine.
Oh, that was your...
Yeah, but this was his down here. That was the Kuro. He did an up and a down arrow.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, the big heart.
There you go. That's what... Yeah. Anyways,
excuse me, I was not given a reason for this pause. I would really like to see some question marks coming out from Nigma at this point. They're way too mannered to just allow this to happen from Team Secret.
The Bloodseeker seems to be disconnected, so... Yeah.
Ah, he returns.
There we go. Secret, on the other hand, they can't really build into anything big that's going to help them out, right? With these disables and catches. Perhaps a Yules on Void Spirit or on Queen of Pain, but that's it.
Yeah.
What else can you buy? You don't really have any options, any big items that allow you to stun people.
Yeah, their stuns are really weird this game. It's like they basically are going to try and bait out the ultimates from Nigma, disengage, and then re-engage with like Rupture. Rupture is like their force a fight move, and that's kind of it. But currently, we have Nisha just looking towards the neutrals. I haven't really gandered at the neutrals this game. We got the mango tree on Nigma. Nice. And Radiant also got a pretty nice array. I mean, they got themselves the Faded Brooch, the Trusty Shovel. Very good. Those are the two big ones. I need Mango Tree every game. I was saying this to Gareth earlier. I can't stand a game without a Mango Tree. It's just depressing.
Yeah, it's really good, especially if you play heroes that do need that mana early on to spam it.
Well, it's just like, it opens you up as a support too sometimes. You think like, oh, I can't spam the jungle with this hero. Oh, there's a Mango Tree, and my courier isn't doing anything else anyway besides bringing me wards. Bring me some mangoes.
You're playing some support Skyrat and you get a Mango Tree. You just tank Gaben for the next hour at least.
I thank Gaben every day of my life. Every hour of my life. GH getting some stacks going here for the team as he builds towards the Necro early on. Little scan there from the Radiant, perhaps concerned about potential Roche maneuvers from Nigma. They're also grouping up here in the mid lane. Nisha so far up to a lot of Agi. I'm not even going to do that math. That's a lot. Okay, it's like 132 or something. Wow.
Shackle.
Yeah.
That was close.
I like the confidence that he charged at the power shot after anyway. He's like, oh yeah, I hit this. Of course, it was again just... I was level 2. All right, not that bad. Hey guys, guess where Puppey is?
He's just farming. How do you feel about this Drow Ranger right now? Let's say that Nisha is the win condition. How do you think he fares overall in the last game, in the late game? Because it is a weird one, right?
It is a weird one.
We don't see a lot of Drows.
It's like,
we don't see a lot of these. Yeah.
It feels like you need a BKB, but then there's an Ursa. That's kind of scary.
Yeah. You just want to be able to kite some 4-stabs, spike perhaps. Puppey.
Puppey just got completely exterminated. It's like, I can sneak this rune. There's 4 heroes all sitting right here waiting for you. They instantly smoke after they run to the left and a circle is drawn by Kuro saying, here we strike. Someone will be here for the wave.
Before. This is the second one.
And there's the blink. Easy catch. There is a Swallow of Silence here. We're going to throw it out with the power shot there too. Everything together for the kill. And, well, why don't we just keep on moving towards that Roche pit, perhaps? Looking for more heroes, looking to connect up with their Ursa.
Yeah, there's a tier 1 on the top lane. Miracle is pushing in, so they can opt to go for that first, take it, but...
That's a risky ward to drop. I kind of hate it when teams do this. Like, you just gotta kill here, you gotta kill here, you run in here, you play... Like, this ward's not gonna live, right?
Has been killed.
It shouldn't. But if they opt to go for Roshan right now, then that ward will at least spot someone devouring it, right? So at least that's a little bit...
It's a kind of like low risk in the sense that you might lose it, but like if they don't ward it, it's like the best ward ever.
Yeah, it's just a lazy ward, right? You're running in there.
It's lazy.
You can put it here, you know, on the edge of the stairs, at least so that the sentry doesn't spot it if he plants it on the high ground or somewhere else on the edge. But yeah.
Oh, I hate that ward. The high ground ward. I do this all the time. It's so good at spawning couriers. I think it's like underrated how like the 5 couriers, when you have these wards way back like this, as Puppey is placing, and also I think still fine. Because there's 5 couriers flying out of the base all the time, it lets you triangulate so many of the positions of your opponents. Like it gives away so much. I swear, the number of smokes I've seen ruined by couriers just running over wards, it just drives me crazy.
And also you can easily snipe those couriers. It goes other way around, right? Mid lane.
Yeah, they got the blink stun here, and he's gonna try something, but MC. Oh, but wait! Oh no, the DOT still enough.
Yeah, if you see heroes somewhere, you pretty much can be sure that the courier will fly. Let's say in the next minute towards them, so you can just sit on that ward and wait it out.
Speaking of which,
he's been doing that. Yep.
MC grabs the one for Nisha too. They're hiding in the tree line over here, but I mean, I say hiding when the creep wave is following Zai. Matsu is going to TP himself out, and Zai will also look for these
heals. Oh, close. So close. Yeah. But look at
still
Puppey.
Down here.
Look at it.
I know, he has been down here for so long. Like, this is why he picks this hero. If you guys, seriously, just watch this replay, and I actually think you can do this in your pubs and it's fine. You just need to get over the laning stage hump. Once you figure out how to lane as support Weaver, this part is really easy.
Yeah, and you might have teammates that are gonna try and fight while you're not there, while you're
That's the real problem, I think.
That could be a problem, yeah. Bottom lane GH, is that?
Yeah, nice.
Amateur.
Little assassination play here from the Drow. Silence into the multi-shot, and that is physical, remember, and that's a 3-armor Phoenix.
Yeah, Puppey's still on it, still getting these creeps.
I mean, seriously, what can you do?
Well, we did
I
drop
actually
a sentry.
don't know if they can kill him. Like, they actually need like the Wind Ranger and the DK, but this is the last place they want to be. They want to be here killing actual important heroes.
He's sitting on 1200 gold. He can buy a point booster right now. And because they put up that sentry on the top lane, he now moves to the bottom and is doing the same thing.
Speaking of important hero, Matsu's there in the mid, but he's just running to the side. Mind Control's gonna try and blink over. I don't think the creep wave saw him. So they're gonna find him with the Yules into the stun. The Wind Ranger's too far away though. So the additional damage will just be the power shot. No shackle. It is enough though between the Siphon and the last right click. So a bit close. They do get him.
Yeah, Matu's item progression is suffering a bit. They can blink on Puppey here as well, Zai. Like, he should be fine. Oh, they go on illusion.
Manta
That's a
is
good
out.
bait. That's a good play because he also baited the Dragon Knight's form. So.
Yeah, true. Of course, they might just commit for the tower pressure. They might overcommit now, though, trying to make up for that. Although they're not going for the tower, they're going straight in towards the bounty. He's looking to secure the area, and they're going to catch the real Nisha this time. No trees, though. Oh, he actually gets it. I thought the power shot was going to kill it. But the Sonic Wave comes through, trying to help defend. Nisha backing, puts the guts down, but Miracle hops on in. Easy hit. Now the Yule's up as well. Slide to get the root. And he's down. Nicely done. Crow chasing for more, looking to line him up with the double. There's a courier just standing still. Crow says thank you.
Yeah, don't worry, Puppey did snatch one away from Nigma as well. But really, what can Secret do at this point with the draft that they've got? They can just do what they're doing, these shenanigans, creep, skip, try and pick off a target that's all alone, like what Nisha did earlier. They can't really fight.
I mean, we said the exact same thing last game, though.
Yeah.
As literally around this time,
that's true.
I mean?
That's true, that's true.
But the Morphling was a bit more worrisome heading into the later parts, whereas we're not quite as confident, I don't think, in the Drow Ranger
Every
here.
coin helps.
Yeah, now there's Nages picked up, Yasha picked up by Miracle. This game looks so difficult for Secret. An Aghanim Zone Weaver might change a lot of things, though.
Oh, they just
He's
dropped
kinda
the
far.
Exorcism.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Weehaw just going to do it himself as Mind Control is hoping to catch someone in the mid lane. They are actually going to find Nisha here. I wonder if they think it's an illusion. They probably were guessing it was, frankly. And the Manta now pops. Oh, that was sick. Waited up on the net. Thought he was going to get out of that one.
Rupture? They want to fight.
Oh, there's the pullback with the Rupture. The big damage. They're coming through. Oh, MC healing up a little bit. Still standing here. It's still Rupture, though, so Puppey's going to come through, get the cleanup, and now the Yule's tossing in the air. There's no silence available. Puppey going to ulti just in case. Back. Cutting.
Courier.
Waves, and
Courier,
I see a courier. Don't do it. Oh, jeez. Well, there goes another one.
Dire's courier has been
And another
Puppey's
one is
head
like, if he goes deep enough, if he goes far enough, he can get it.
Oh, you know he
They
is.
micro it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're microing it.
He's got the sword, though. Oh, he's going to
he's gonna get it. So close.
Courier's just dancing left, right, trying to live. Leave me alone.
But this is buying so much time for his teammates because they're chasing this Weaver. They aren't pushing, they aren't pressuring any longer. Truth be told, they didn't have the Dragon form, and Exorcism also did expire, so there wasn't truly a whole lot to do anymore over there, but yeah, at least they managed to disengage on the side of Secrets after losing the Drow.
I like the Shadow Blade, though, I think, from Mind Control, because they know how Secret are trying to play. They just saw it happen last game. Secret have been doing it for the past week. So try and find a way that you can catch these side lane split pushers and wait. Just make sure that you are prepped, right, when these ultimates come back, so that you will be sieging another tier 2 tower. 'Cause you just want to be as fast as you can with this Aegis to clear up both tier 2s, I think.
As long as Mind Control isn't stuck on his side of the map trying to catch Weaver, it's fine.
Yeah.
Because you can find yourself trying a bit too much to stop the split pushes that you actually forget about going for your own objectives.
Oh.
Puppey?
The follow up silence. Waits to the very last moment.
Sticks?
Yeah, so
He had about 20 sticks there, 17, but just not enough. Not enough HP on him. There's the smoke.
Dire are scanning.
the old fake back once again.
And they scanned as well.
Essence ring there as well. From GH
attack.
just in case. Oh, the Venom's on Zai, yeah. Caught, silenced. No Greaves. This game has the Spirit Vessel and the Necro. And burnt down. Weehaw takes the final blow.
Yeah, I like the Vessel build, but maybe if he went for that Yules a little bit earlier, or even Greaves.
Yeah, I think
He would be
Vessel
able to,
and
yeah.
Necro's pretty greedy. I think you can only stop up for one of them. They get the Blink stun as well. Kuro doesn't have an angle. He was busy on the Courier, and they have the Yules though set up, and there's no defense here. Manson's already used. I say that, they got the silence for a second to stop it, but they will eventually get him. Now the blood right through though. Yapso jumping forward, wants to find the kill to Kuro, but the Sunrays there, trying to help up, save him. Puppey now here as well. Kuro, they can't quite bring him down.
Oh, Puppey, he's caught.
Oh, at the same time, oh jeez. Get him on the side, eh? Nicely done by Miracle. They got Yapsor too, so he's stunned up. Burn beginning. Actually gets caught mid-dive by the Aether. Yapsor, though, does not have another jump ready, so he's going to fall too.
That's such a nice play from Miracle. He waited in the back, exactly where Weaver was about to time-lapse. He clumsy nets and just kills him off alone.
Yeah, the net has been so good this game. Miracle scored like 3 kills in a row now on it.
But it truly looks like Secret, they have no tools to take these fights. They have no real frontliner as well. This Bloodseeker went for a Mjolnir, but if you get a Maelstrom on Bloodseeker, it allows you to farm up faster. You actually have a lot of late game potential. But if you don't get that BKB early enough, you still die so fast.
Yeah, I feel like this is the build I always see from him, is the Mjolnir right into the BKB. They're going to try and smoke, they're going to try and catch them maybe, but they still have big ultis. I mean, DK Corp is still going for right now. Now jumping in though, silence on the Miracle. They're posting him first. They have the big damage. Oh, and that Aegis, it's got to be running low. It's got 20 seconds left, so still enough time for this fight. Mihawk goes forward though with the X's and now the Sonic Wave in the back. Gets Kuro and the Aegis knocked down. Kuro dropping low from the Spirit Vessel. Combination of the Sonic Wave now caught in the blood right. He's going to fall. No real hope for him. Miracle just hopping back. Zai and Puppey at the forefront here, trying to keep this chase going. Yapsor jumping through. Has another Yule Scepter here. But can't
3
quite get
seconds.
the range of Weehaw.
He has the step.
Yeah. Got GH too, though. I mean, Puppey's basically giving the vision. The net's there, but he's going to go for the time lapse to back himself out.
That was a nice play from Puppey, trying to get enough vision so that Yapsor can come in and maybe use that Yules to catch them. But damn, Secret just striking again. Just when you think, all right, this is a really hard game from them. They play at they go for that team fight at the right moment.
He's threatening Weehaw.
1 second. He had it, right? The clumsy net. Yeah, it was hard.
Oh, I didn't know he had the net. Oh.
Yeah, he had it. It was just going off cooldown. Maybe it was like last second.
I was wondering why he was even chasing after him there, the panic TP. So yeah, very nice. Jeez, Puppey, remember when he was like 1,200 gold up? He's quite a ways away now still.
Radiant's middle tower.
He's had a little bit of a rough 5 minutes since his earlier days of just constantly cutting these creep waves.
He's back to it. He's back at it. He's on the top
guys, I need
lane.
my eggs, alright? I'll be back in a while.
Just hold on without me. You still have a tier 2. They're not threatening the base. Can you just chill? You don't need me.
It is the Satanic and the DD though. Ooh, so yeah, Abyssal next on the menu. Still no BKB because, you know, you want to use status resistance and damage reduction. Like, you don't want to have to commit for it. Oh, but they know. They want Puppey. Yeah, nice.
Can they kill it, the two of them? Do they have enough damage for it? They're just not gonna take him. He's way too tanky for the two mid lane.
Meanwhile, back in the day, yeah, they get the double silence out there. They're trying to get back, and I think they're all right with the BKB. Miracle also spear vesseled up here too, but no additional chase. Shackle on the apps would make sure MC might jump in here. His blink up in 1 second. Aether there. Wow, nice coverage from Yapsor using the sentry. They drop it immediately, knowing that there must be one there from the Radiant. And they will get a kill on the Yapsor as he just progresses into the multi-shot on Miracle.
Yeah, that was a nice attempt from him to prevent mind control from catching him, but yeah, didn't work out in the end. But you can see the way that Secret are planning these fights. Make Weaver bait them on the top lane. Weaver who might die.
He did not get the memo about the sentry.
He's
there's no Crypt Swarm. Oh, he didn't have the ulti. It was still 3 seconds away.
So close.
Thought he'll be back.
Yeah, but
MC moving through the Necros up top here. Zai's just gonna drop him and ditch. Too worried about potential TPs, and he will be correct.
This Shadow Blade makes the game so much easier for them too. It's always difficult to split push versus heroes with Invis, because you don't know, they might be there and then another one with the TP, suddenly you're just finding yourself surrounded.
Look at Miracle.
Split pushing.
He's just waiting. He's just running into 3 heroes right now. He is completely alone. Like, not even close. That was the boldest play.
All right.
I don't think they're all around me right now. All the dust pops out, and then they're going to find MC. Will they chase through Weehaw? And he is running straight after right now. The toss-up as well on side. Gets stunned up, looking for the final kill. The Mjolnir's also rocking away on Matu. They want to bring down GH before he can pop the egg. They will succeed. Weehaw retreating again with the BKB. Puppey the chase down. They need additional catch here. Curl the shackle.
Nice shackle.
The power shot through on the Puppey. Able to just get him down in time, but they are moving on to Weehaw now. The big kills are coming out in the favor of Team Secret. They jump forward as well. Kuro running, Matu chasing down. He knows the MC is going to be locked up. He wants the additional bonus kill on the Kuro, and he's going to get it with the blood right damage. That is 5 heroes.
Okay.
Falling for Nigma. I thought they couldn't do anything, guys. What's happening?
Under attack.
So
Miracle fed, I guess.
Exactly. What was that? Man, Miracle is feeling a little bit too strong at this point.
He was playing.
Maybe he thought they would.
I had to check his inventory like 6 times that he didn't have Basher. I thought I was crazy. I was like, does he have Basher? Because this is what a crazy Miracle might do with a Basher or something.
He was just bluffing, right? He thinks, okay, if I go in, they won't know that my teammates aren't all around me. But they had some pretty solid wards on the mid lane as well, scouting teams out.
That's true.
So they just kill him off instantly. And yeah, you can have status resistance, but they have so many silences to work with too. You have the Gust, you have the Blood Right as well, follow up.
Yeah.
Alright, so they did win a fight without Miracle. Let's see if they can do the same.
That is the big thing, though, is that was up after that fight. Secret didn't like run right to the pit or anything. I'm not sure if they just didn't know or what, but Roche was available.
Nisha, mind control, he's scouting him.
He's got Pike and Manta. Oh, the miscommunication. He yields up on the stun. Sonic Wave defensively just trying to push them back at this point. The shot misses, but the stun ray will be enough. Give a little bit of sun screen there as Puppey comes back with the bounty rune. They want
There's a DD.
Chase.
There's a DD on Matu.
Oh, perfect.
But yeah, you just go into the pit. You're not chasing anymore. 60 seconds without the Drow Ranger. You don't really have to do anything. Just go back into the pit. That's Aegis and Cheese. It looks like Nigma always gets a lot out of a single pick-off, while Secret, they just team wiped them and didn't manage to take a single objective afterwards.
Yeah.
Your shaman has fallen to the dark.
Nice and secure. I wonder if this will push Miracle back towards the Abyssal instead of that BKB. Because I'll have cube the BKB now instead.
Yep. BKB kind of makes him unkillable in the first burst, right?
Yeah.
And then if you survive that, you have Enrage, you have your Satanic to work with, so it's cool. But Basher is also very solid because it allows you to just solo everyone.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
What are the big items on the other side though? Zai going for BKB as well. Basher on the Bloodseeker. Aghanims. Actually, Weaver has enough gold. So this is a big thing for the next fight.
Yeah, they're trying to get the Aghanims on Yapsor now too, as he's kind of the one in the back line cutting the creep with. So that the big AoE silence would be nice. Unfortunately, it's like kind of happening while the BKBs are starting to come out, right?
Bottom tower is under attack.
Skipping the couriers as well. He gets one. Matu is creep skipping on the bottom lane or trying to split push at least right now. Shiva's completed on Phoenix. By the way, GH has a full Shiva's and the Ghost Scepter.
How many eggs has he gotten off this game? Am I crazy?
No. He definitely didn't manage to. Did he even cast one? He must.
I don't know. I'm sure he has, but I can't recall. And again, it's Miracle way in front against him. He gets the Lotus Orb, this time covering him. Turn to the silence. And now he's going to move right onto Matu too. Looking for the big damage. Can't quite get in time to get the kill onto GH, so he drops the egg, but it gets scrambled. And now they're going to lose the Aegis right in front of the racks. He still has the... No, he does not have the cheese, actually. I thought he was holding both. Miracle pops up, but the silence misses. Dagger to help control. Silence is a little bit early. Blood Right's going to hit after. Zai jumps forward. Miracle caught in the middle, taking a ton of damage from Nisha. But there, now he gets the big regen of the cheese up instead. Nisha now being focused down. Ulti there too, but there's the time lapse. Big save for Puppey. Silence again. Multi-shot coming through, but he doesn't have the damage. Weehaw is running right on top of him. Matu looking to the right, trying to get the final damage. But the Yule's up in the air. That's going to help save him. But a second Yule on a Miracle. He's also tossed up. Now Weehaw going to drop this time, and now they're in the chase down with the thirst.
Damn.
Miracle also to fall. Oh, mind control, the last one standing. The only one with the bounty upon his head will survive.
And this team fight is so fun to watch. They're outplaying them so hard.
It's just in and out, constant.
Yeah, and in the nick of time as well. Weaver is silenced. It's not like Nigma is doing any. Okay, the egg, you can call that a bit of a mistake, but because they didn't see the agonyms of Weaver, that's why it was a bit of a mistake. Because if Weaver doesn't have agonyms, that egg forces Drow to die while she trades, right? She kills the egg, but she dies afterwards. They didn't see the eggs, but later on they instantly adapt. They use the silence on the Weaver, but he manages to get out of it in like 1 second to save Nisha.
Sun on his side, see the damage. They need a shackle from Kuro. Oh, can't get it. The push is there. Nice play from Nisha with the Dragon Lance, and they will actually get something off of one fight this time as they take the tier 3 mid. It's not a huge loss though.
Nice shackle.
Another shackle off a creep. Keep Nisha in place. They're going for the range. Nothing too huge here. Still no buyback from the Ursa. TP in from the DP. They're trying to hold him in place. They want something to punish here.
No mana for TP.
EKB. Yeah, I was gonna say he could just TP here. We'll go for it.
He was just lacking 5 mana when he popped the BKB, but he gets it fast enough, comes back.
Under attack. See no Weaver.
All right. Well, still not, even though they just won that big fight, I think these fights are still pretty hard. Like, as you said, they played it kind of perfectly from Secret, right? Like, in and out, baiting, punishing constantly on the side of Nigma.
It was that egg, right? The biggest problem was GH. He planted that egg so deep and without really contributing with anything else to the fight. Okay, she was perhaps, but no extended sunray or anything like that. He just plants the egg and says, okay, kill me, Secret. That's it. Because they have the Weaver, they have the Drow, and Mjolnir, Bloodseeker hits so fast.
Yeah, and then in combination with the fact that the A just got lost like right in front of the tier 3, like that's one of the best spots that you can try.
Mid lane, he's gone.
Yeah, and you'll stop, force the BKB here. They'll get ruptured though, so we need some teammates to come and cover him. They're gonna throw the Sonic Wave, so the Yules has to pop him up in the air. About half HP now. Still has the ulti if they decide to come in. They're just gonna slowly Sunray him back up. He tries to pull up MC. But no shenanigans here. Had the blink anyway, so no big deal. And they're gonna smoke. Now moving in aggressively, but they're taking over the eastern camp here. Trying to play the high ground. If they think they're going to catch some of the bounty runes, they'd be incorrect.
Yeah, Secret's doing a really good thing here with the wards and just keeping it around this high ground, making it a bit harder to be picked off. Also, if you look at Yabzor, he needs 300 gold for Aghanim's, which will be huge.
Now they might be running into them here. They still have the Shadow Blade as well as the smoke. Some duration left.
Remnant?
Oh, there it is, the Aether.
Yeah,
the booby trap. Do they want to fight here? MC's gonna blink, he goes down, he actually misses on the silence though. Now he's gonna Aether Remnant up there, Spear Vessel 2, MC dropping very fast, but now Miracle hops in, they're looking for that big damage, they can't quite bring him down. Now Matu, EKB, now onto Miracle 2, he's in the middle of everything, G's gonna drop the egg, but it's away from Miracle, not really covering him. The Blood Right has some silence as well. Miracle forced back, and Matu coming in with the big speed. Zai does not have the Sonic Wave here, so they take a while to finish on Kuro. Eventually we'll bring him down, so that's MC and Kuro to fall.
Dash.
Yeah, he's still going in there. He wants Miracle to silence there too. Another bash. He's turning to fight though. The bear regenerating back up, but now he's staggered. He's so slow. He's hopping and skipping away. He needs to find some honey in the trees to survive. Oh, but the fight. He can't get Zai in time. Zai gonna Yules up and survive on the tree line. And Weehawk can just chuck out a couple Crypt Swarms here and catch anyone on the way out, but they are good, and they're gonna lose Matu, but they'll take 3 for it.
GH.
Yules up in the air here. A Remnant 2, but I don't think they have the damage to commit.
Yeah, they're moving back. They're moving back a bit. That tag was way better. Like it was on the outsides, on the outskirts of the fight, right? But still, it's good because it gives Ursa a place, a safe zone in which he can retreat, and they do exactly that. And Nigma is also really good at transversing over these cliffs because you have Ursa with the jump, you have dive, you also have the spider legs on that Prophet, so it was a bit easier for them to disengage there. But Puppey is doing so much work. Not only the Aghanim's, but the telescope as well.
And he's got the +4 attack now too on the Swarm. So the damage is going to add up. And I just can't help but look at just like the Miracle's progression, just dying.
I saw an item. There's a quick charm there.
They got a stun on Nisha too though. He is a DD right now though, so it's a bit dangerous. They got to keep this chain stun going, or he definitely has the turnaround potential. MC, loaded stuff here, but yeah, there's the big shots. GH comes through trying to help save, and now it's Weehawk with the BKB moving on to Nisha, trying to get the TP off. He gets Yules up just in time, but the Shackle is also coming through with Case. Silence as well, they missed the power shot. Still on to Nisha, should eventually fall. And now there's an egg. Zai trying to help take it down with Puppey. Should be fine. Yeah,
so close.
Zai has a blink. There's a rupture now to Weehawk too. And he has a TP, but I don't think that's going to end up saving, especially with a bash. So He will turn into bats and die up on the cliff. They'll lose Nisha, but it's some heavy commitments there as it's another one fight for Secret, and they are just, again, it felt like Nigma had this one.
It felt.
I gotta look at where Miracle died, dude. His progression just ended. He never got his BKB, he never got his Basher, and he needed one of those two items.
He's gonna defend this at least for a little while. They don't have that Drow Ranger, right? And because of that, pushing is a bit harder. Matu doesn't really want to commit at it. They will find a neutral item, Quickening Charm here. It's a tier 3 that they've forgotten earlier on the side of Nigma, I think.
Oh yeah.
A nice little addition.
3 to 4 for a while too, yeah. And yeah, they're really behind on neutral items, I think. At least they were a minute ago on Nigma. Yeah, they still haven't even gotten their tier 4 or tier 3s, and the tier 4s are now out. So, Roche, what is the time? That's a medium length, a minute and a half here.
Oh, Matu.
Oh, not gonna get shackled. Instantly bashed up and ruptured, but now Miracle's gonna come trying through cover him. But it's 2 heroes. MC's coming through. Don't be the feed train though. Don't try and save your buddies. Maybe it'll be enough though. Yaps are gonna get saved by Puppey. He's got the saving.
He's just helping out so much. He has that blink dagger as well, so he's pretty much always in position to save you. And
with the telescope too.
Yeah,
That's
blink
insane.
dagger telescope, what, 15 seconds cooldown, right? 16 seconds cooldown, whatever. It's crazy strong. I really think as well that Miracle not going for that basher has hurt them quite a lot, but Miracle dying on that radiant side of the map alone, like you said, no item progression afterwards.
At least he has the BKB now though, so we have force poppies again with that Yule setup. Very simple from the Void Spear, but quite helpful. Now another Yule's up in the air. They're going to put down the Sunray, help protect Miracle as he comes down. Matu looking to turn, kill this egg, coming to help the Zai. Zai throws up the Sonic Wave, and they still get the egg. Miracle just wandering around the middle of this fight. BKB trying to find something to hit, but he can't latch onto anybody. He's just running in circles. He wants to get on to the Bloodseeker, and he's good. Zai helps cover with the dagger and retreats to the west, but they did get Nisha, looks like with the help of the Exorcism, and running over the tree lines. Mind Control's trying to help find an additional kill. You will find Yapstor here, but it really just steals it. Oh wait, here goes Miracle. He's coming. Hurry up there. Come on. Come on. Back with the hammer.
Yep. Should be fine. One more to use, and yeah, doesn't have any mana. There's a blink.
Oh, but wait, there's more. A shackle maybe with the power shot too. They don't even need it.
Got him.
No stuns with that. Man, he's really making good use of his Havoc hammer.
That's 80 seconds without him, and Roche actually has a respawn, so they can go and grab that. That's a refresher shard.
Is that better, or where's the Agnes? I actually, because for their team, like between the DK and the DP.
For the DP, it's really strong, yeah. Let's see, you can even give it to the Phoenix for a double egg in the team fight. Yeah. His eggs aren't really that brutal. He's been losing quite a few of them.
You know, to be fair, wait, did he actually?
No,
that career? No,
didn't.
You know, eggs actually on the Phoenix might have been nice too, though, because that egg is so hard to break when they have the Aghanims.
Yep. Okay, refresher shard to the Phoenix. He's level 20. He has that Sun Ray as well to work with. It's pretty strong.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, they're working through the neutral items here.
Yeah. These team fights from Secret go well as long as Puppey chooses the right target to time-lapse. Like in that last fight, he time-lapsed as Bloodseeker, who was quite fine. He had a lot of Fury swipes on him, but I think he could have juked. Instead, it's Nisha that falls first, because the moment they use the time-lapse on anyone else, we just pops his Exorcism and runs straight at the Drow.
Yeah, it was... Maybe they're kind of jumping over the point where Nisha feels like super invincible. Like they've been covering him a lot of this game, and like putting sure the blood rights are near him. And how many times has Yapsor just like jumped in with an Aether Remnant to try and like peel someone off of Nisha too? So I think the last couple fights have gotten a little bit too spread out for Secret's liking. On the one hand, they want to spread out because of the egg, but they can't just like ditch Nisha like that.
Yeah, you still need to play around the Drow. Like he needs bodyguards, definitely. He needs someone in front.
I gotta check out these neutrals. I have not looked at all. So we have, they got the magic lamp. That's actually nice on Phoenix. There's not many heroes I really wanted, but Phoenix is obviously pretty legit with a refresher. MC again in the mid lane. This time, Puppey's gonna get out.
It's actually really good on Puppey if they manage to get it on the other side, but he's actually investing in his own form of magic lamp, right? He's buying the A on disc, so
yeah, same thing he always does with these position 5s, right? Because
that's the next best thing.
It's cool because it still lets him do this too, right? It's not just a team fight item. It's going to help in these little side pushes as well and give him another chance at survival.
I mean, you're a Weaver, right? As long as you don't die in that first initial burst, you're fine. They can't kill you because you have time lapse afterwards. You can squishy away as well, so it's pretty solid to go for it.
Have we swung back to favoring Nigma here?
I don't know, man.
What does Dota Plus say? Out of curiosity, it was heavily in Nigma's favor around 25 minutes. It was like an 85% or higher. Which is fair with how things were going, and then the giant turnaround around 33, and now we've just straight up evened out. I'd say that's kind of fair. Secret has way more XP. They're like a 15k XP lead, but the net worth is obviously much smaller.
That XP is because they're doing this constantly. Puppey top lane, Zai bottom lane, perhaps Yapzor would be mid at this point in some other
level
part.
24.
Yeah.
It looks like he still has the 30% XP talent.
Oh, he's crazy farmed on a position 5 Weaver. Like crazy farm. He has more net worth than the Dragonite on the other side. It's ridiculous. And he does the same thing. Every single game he does the same thing with his 5s.
It's so good. And you know you're gonna get yelled at in your pub when you guys try this later tonight. I guarantee. What are you doing?
Did you try to play the Yapzor sniper maybe in your rank?
No, I stayed away from that one. That ain't me.
So I tried, and trust me, it's not. You can still do the same thing that he does, more or less, get the same farm, but you're gonna get reported. It doesn't really matter. You're gonna get some reports.
But the ulti is so fun.
Yeah.
I'm plinking people.
It's so strong. It's not only fun. They managed to win with it a couple of times because that stun is pretty good.
I just noticed. Is he done the refresher? Can GH actually straight up buy it right now? My math is off. Okay, no, he can't buy it yet. But still, he is. He's closing in. Yeah. He already has the recipe.
He needs like what 600 gold, and he can buy it. Okay.
He actually doesn't have buyback anyway.
Through.
3 eggs with Supernova. Hype.
Yep. That Sunray is so strong with the
I
egg
swear,
as well.
I've seen so many Phoenix games, and I still can't even picture the Sunray during Supernova. I've seen it like once.
Yep. So
even when the Aghanims had it, I never saw anyone use it.
First and foremost, people forget about it. I don't think GH will, but a lot of people do forget about that Sunray because you're playing Phoenix your whole life. Suddenly you have an additional spell.
Why isn't it just auto cast if it's available?
Yeah, that's another thing, right? Is it available or not? Because usually as a Phoenix, you want to waste all your spells, then use the egg afterwards.
Yeah, that part I'm good with.
Yeah.
Well, another pause here. Once again, this time it's going to be from Nigma, but we've had the DC, we've had the reconnect. And a go. Says Miracle.
There we go.
All right. Holy moly. This game's gotten serious. They've stopped the spam. Somebody needs to lighten the mood here.
Dire's bottom tower.
I hate pauses, though. You lose track of where everyone was when you're playing a game like this. Like, Zai's probably thinking, like, how safe was I down here?
It's the worst thing. Whenever you're playing competitively and you have this long pause, it just throws you off. How many times do you see someone just die afterwards?
Yeah.
There's a pick-off happening because...
They're gonna hop on this just in case it was real. Nickel takes down the illusion. He has the spider legs, he's got the basher. He's finally back to where he probably felt he should have been about 5 minutes ago. How much he was snowballing.
They do have a good idea of where the split pushers are. You can see mind control with that. Dagger finds the Manta illusion. Or was that the cape? Yeah, that's the cape.
Yeah, a little bit tankier.
Still really good scout from Nisha.
50% image damage is no joke for a drow, that's for sure.
I just love the way he's utilizing the Manta illusions and the illusion escape as well.
Yeah, and they have the Necro too.
Smokes, yeah.
Pretty annoying. Yeah, I'm definitely guilty of underestimating illusion escape when it came out. I did not think it was going to be this busted. But
it depends on your team as well, right? Sometimes it's just bad, but sometimes it's so strong it can be really good.
Any good solid agi hero, it's really nice on it. Like that doesn't buy a lot of plus damage, it just buys straight agi items. It's pretty sick.
That you have it in pretty much every game, right?
Yeah, yeah. True. Miracle is gonna keep this push down now. We have a minute and a half left on this Aegis. We have the Abyssal, I'm guessing, if he's finished that.
Yeah, it's flying over to him. It's a full Abyssal.
Alright, so...
There's an AC and Hex soon on the Dead Prophet as well, so... They're ready to fight. They have the cheese to still... They definitely
they
could
have
fight, but...
triple egg. Do you force this high ground now?
Yeah, that's still a problem. Like, forcing high ground versus Drow and Weaver...
And they only have a minute left on the Aegis.
Ideally, you would try to get the pick off first, right? Ideally, you get the pick off and then you try to go high ground. But you're just unable to find these targets. You're unable to kill anyone.
Oh, and there it is, level 25 for Zai too. Such an important talent. That Screaming Fear is so frustrating to play against because you can't really account for it, you know?
Yeah, suddenly your team fights are different. There's just some talents, right, that completely change the dynamic of the team fight. They add something new. They give you another way of playing. Cool.
Yeah,
they TP back. Yeah, they can hunt them.
Yeah. Not gonna find anyone in time though.
Good item on Puppey as well, getting the flicker.
Finds a couple heroes and a haste rune. Speaking of the flicker, yeah, see ya. Oh yeah, the flicker's actually sick for this too, with the silence from the DP. Doesn't have to worry about it anymore.
The debuff is so good on him. Alright, Nisha moving towards his butterfly as well, which will help him out a little bit with the damage. Level 25 talent on him too. The 30% cooldown reduction obviously will help him kite the Ursa a bit better.
I feel like if I lose this game as Nigma, I'm going to be so mentally defeated. Because it feels the exact same as last game, where we were winning and we were doing things right, and then we make like one small mistake, or we just like stop the pressure for a moment and Secret just break the map again on you. Look at this, they're just going to smoke past that illusion. They're so hoping someone's going to be down here. But
and they're not finding anyone.
No.
Like, every single move that they do, it looks like Secret is one step ahead when it comes to these split pushes, at least. And it's not like Secret have any great way of knowing where Nigma is or where they smoke. They don't have big wards. They have that one single ward on the cliff. But they'll probably be forced back, right? There's the Dead Prophet pushing in. Let's see.
Yeah. And back we go.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Mind control.
He's popping the ulti. Wow, that's pretty confident.
Yeah, Puppey just zooming around on the mid lane. I guess he's the biggest one, right? He's the one that gives most info to his team. Another good thing about this Weaver, he hit level 25, he has the movement speed talent. He's just zooming around, giving info, scouting these heroes of Nigma.
Why do you think MC popped his ulti? Did they think there was someone mid or something?
No, he was trying to go in his own jungle, I think, to try and catch, right?
Yeah,
they saw them.
hoping.
Yeah, they saw them pushing top lane, and he thought that he might get the pick off.
I guess it's not that risky, right? Because he's got that 15% CDR now, so the window's only like 30-some seconds and he doesn't have it.
Yeah, it's not that bad. He has a gem as well, so if he manages to see Puppey, he can catch him as well.
Oh, it's going to end for now, so he will have to wait those 37 seconds. And we're going to find out about Roche after that, too. As both teams just continuing to evade one another. The net worth is staying relatively the same. Both teams kind of keeping the same pace in terms of farming. Neither really committing to like fully spreading out or anything, although at this point Nigma is fairly spread out, all in a pretty aggressive posture, so I'll be able to get some of that back.
Secret definitely benefited from this delay a lot more. They were the ones initiating the delay in the first place, right? And now they smoked up. They have a butterfly on Nisha, so that's a small power spike.
There's no buyback on Nisha, and that's it. There's like 37 gold missing on GH.
Miracle, they see him. He's used.
There's Abyssal and his BKB here. And a lot of status resistance, so they're not going to pop the first egg. He does get ruptured though, so now GH is in a little bit of a problem. But double silence there too, putting some pressure on the Secret, not wanting to engage and pop their BKBs too early or anything, so they're going to back. And the Roche is up. Oh, she was a fast one.
Look at Puppey though, just going back, taking their outpost instead. This outpost is big. If they manage to catch him though.
But they should be able to get it back with no problem.
smoke up again on Secret though? That's the question, because you can't really give away another Aegis, can you?
No, I don't.
Aegis, Aghanim, and Refresher. That's gonna be too hard to fight in.
Can they fight them there though? I don't think they can. Like the window is just way too small to actually get there in time versus the Imsa. But yeah, that's a lot to give up.
For the tweet.
All right, who gets what here?
Okay, so the Aghanim is on the Earth side, yeah, and that's pretty solid. Give the other Refresher to Dead Prophet probably, right? Yeah, and the cheese, so he's gonna have two ultis, two BKBs as well, it's pretty important.
Oh man, this fight seems so hard for Secret. Just from the Refreshers alone, let alone the cheese and the Aegis.
Yeah, and also if you look at Matu, he got his level 25, but his item progression isn't really there. He can't. He can only be farming the jungle. Nisha is out pushing, Puppey is doing the same, so can't really get a lot of farm here.
Weeha's gonna hit the button syndrome pretty soon. He's got the sight, the Yules, the BKB. He's gonna pop a cheese and a Refresher. I guess he's a pro player. He's probably pretty good at hitting all those buttons. The split push continues though, and we got 3 illusions on the high ground down bottom, and the power shot does absolutely nothing to them.
And he's actually just, he's not trying to even hit the tower. He's just tanking the creeps and farming them instead. And every time you do this, like GH and Kuro are showing, you're in danger. Yeah, you're in danger on the other side.
I just linked it all that double silence, so that's going to help him out there. Now an additional silence to help the Yapster, but he gets instantly abyssed and blown down. Mind control, low, but he's going to back away with his BKB, and they've also popped the BKB and the Exorcism, so could potentially lead to a smoke out here from Secret if they want to buy back on Yapsor, but then there's also these refreshers that Nigma are free to use.
They have so many refreshers. Phoenix can give his one as well to Wii again, if he wants to. So they didn't really get too much there.
If I'm Secret, I'm holding out for the tier 5s, I think.
Yeah, that's a pretty good call. Zai.
Where's that Sight and Abyssal? So something's gonna pop that Lincoln's, and down he goes. Silence just in case.
Yeah, they were just waiting for one of these moves. That's it. I think it's so easy for Nigma to play out with the items that they've got now. You have the Hex, the Abyssal. If you're split pushing and if you're not Weaver, you can be caught.
I mean, it's when someone gets picked off like this that it just shows how fragile the strategy is from Secret and how it's so impressive how they're able to do it so well, right? Because, like, you know, you lose the Void Spear, now suddenly the Queen of Pain's in a spot where she doesn't want to be. And now Puppey's also being run down because they're not under as much pressure from the side lanes with 2 heroes missing from the push. And he's going to stun himself.
Yeah.
But the Sight, oh, is that actually going to work? No. Oh, no.
Heals.
All right.
And now the Shackle. Let's see.
The flicker. Wait, what?
He's gonna have Lotus again now.
Flicker again.
Yeah, so close. So usually when he's doing this, it actually allows Secret to go out of their base and farm a little bit. But because of Miracle and his Abyssal, he's just lurking around waiting for someone to get out, like Nisha.
Oh, there's Nisha. He does an Abyssal right away.
He's alone. He's completely alone. They're just afraid. They know that he has that Aegis. You can't really kill him that fast. He has the Aghanim as well. And this is the last time Secret came back into the game. It was off of this, right? Miracle stays alone and they pick him off.
Oh, that's my, you know, good compadre Excalibur says, who I've never met, but I'm still gonna call my good compadre. You can't lose if you don't go high ground. So Nigma, they're gonna go high ground now. This is your chance, Secret.
They had the fortification, right? Yeah, they do. They don't use it.
Has fallen.
Oh man, those hurt. A miracle there. He's gonna symbol dance his way away. Best taunt, by the way. It kills me.
It's so hard to push in. Like your egg, it needs to go deep here, but versus the Weaver and the Drow, you don't really want to use it that way. So they're just chilling. They took the tier 3, they wasted a couple of ultis, they can wait it out. The problem is, waiting for the cooldowns also will make the Aegis go away. In 30 seconds, that is. So, look at the gold of this Ursa, though. Look at Miracle's gold. Look at his farm. Just a casual 12,000.
He only has 7,400 surplus. Clearly, Battle Fury build is just too good. He gets too much gold.
Dire are scanning.
Could, yeah, I guess maybe he should have given the blessing to someone else, eh?
Yeah, it could
Could
be.
afford his own at this point.
Definitely. Something to, like, an Aghanims to the Phoenix would be pretty good.
He just bought a move, right? That works.
Yeah. Aghanims to Dragonite as well. Not that it's really not a good Aghanims here for the DK, but flying over the tree.
Oh, come on, it's always good.
Yeah, okay.
Who doesn't want the big black dragon?
It's fun.
Can't believe Secret have done it again. Like, they've now delayed another full H, despite, like, heroes dying and everything. Like, it's partially Secret, it's also just Nigma know that that's the only way they lose, right? Is it a bad high ground fight? They are better off just continuing this trend of taking the Aegis, getting refreshers and Aegises, and Aghanims, and
waiting forever. But there is a point in which Nisha becomes such a big problem on the high ground that he'll be basically impossible to deal with.
The Medusa syndrome, you know?
but one difference with the Drow Ranger is if you do get on top of her with that Abyssal, you can take her down. But that's where Puppey comes into play. The whole reason why they're unable to push high ground is because they can't blow a target up with Puppey being nearby. That's what this Weaver does to you. It's...
Alright, but what if he just eggs 3 times in the fountain? And then they Puppey moves in. BKB forced it on the Weehawk. He's going to pop the ulti too as well. Lincoln's popped there on his Zai. It's just trading with Weehawk, but none of them are dying. Back on the western part of the fight here. Make that the western part. We have a Sunray. We have it going through the egg. It's happening right now. The heals. They focus on the Matu. Stun up there as well. Miracle looking to finally get the blows to stun. And they've got him.
No buyback.
Brought down. Everyone else is
no buyback.
on the run.
Yeah. He just bought that Satanic. He is 300 gold short. No bounties to take, no towers to take. Yeah.
Delay. Puppey's already got the wave down bottom.
Yeah, that's really rough. They're going straight mid. They have a full creep trade. You have the refresher shard as well for exorcism. You can take another set of Raxes. Or the first set of Raxes, I should say.
Oh, Miracle hops on in onto the buildings. Goes up there. There's a breakdown. A lot of damage coming up from that Silver Edge too.
Hext.
Double hits on the Crow too.
I love how Miracle is keeping the spider legs this whole time. Oh.
He does not have an Aegis, remember. Getting pretty low here. Let's pop the ulti, pop the Satanic, and hit the creep wave. Back to full HP. Not even concerned.
Bottom tower is under
They're
attack.
still unable to jump anyone with Puppey being nearby. It's so difficult. Maybe if they manage to get some vision on him to pick him up,
Dire's
but
bottom tower is
he
under
also might
attack.
have a buyback. You don't know there.
Alright, he's going to make sure by getting the gem as well. So trying to guarantee there's no high ground wards here. Puppey does the full rotation around. Very good. Doing
So
due
good.
diligence.
It's so good as well when you see a position 5 captain getting a gem. You instantly just scouts everything around
Yeah,
the
because
base.
you know all those ward
Yeah.
spots, right? Like, moves to travel now, so they're thinking about the eventual win condition here, I think, is Zai. Will get popped and stunned up. Now the moves to travel 2 coming in. They're going to jump right on top. We're trying to get the final damage on the side, but the BKB is supposed to flick. He's out now. Return damage on the Curl. He's going to retreat, though. The Hurricane bikes back, and a lot of attacks on the Miracle. Not that much damage. The Sonic Wave from the low ground from Zai will finish off Curl. There's no buyback there. And the rest of Nigma starting to
There's a
retreat.
gem.
He's still up front. He has the egg. He wants to use it. Zai goes in again. Silenced up. Looking for the save. There it is from Puppey. That means Nisha might be vulnerable, though. Miracle trying to get the run down. That's the hero that matters the most. Matu's there with the Lotus Mind Control. Still trying to control up, but he's BKB, but so is Nisha. And he's gone way too deep without his friends. They're doing. They're going to lose MC. They're jumping forward. They're going to catch Cheech as well. Weehawk trying to find the damage from Miracle. The egg pops out. Miracle stunned up, but Lotus and saving up with the Satanic too. They're going to lose with Tumble Man. That's 100 seconds without him. He still doesn't have the buyback. Not able to find an Aether catches Miracles. He chases after Yapsor. So he's back to the high ground.
Okay, so the buyback from Zai, buyback from Dragonite as well. Rosh
Oh my God.
will respawn
90
in
gold
15
short on
seconds.
Matu.
Rosh will respawn in 19 seconds. So that's another one. That's another one for Nigma. Unless Secret just goes crazy and fights them at the pit. That whole fight, by the way, they just Did you see how Puppey is positioning himself? He knows they'll try to control him. He goes all the way on the other side.
He's
and
so
the only
far
one,
away with Blink, like blinking.
Oh, GH?
Man, they are so close to him. But I guess he's at the lamp, right? He's basically baiting them. Oh,
he has refresher as well, right?
Ooh, speaking of baiting, mind control. Nisha here. Nisha's doing the dance. He can sense it. The Spidey senses are tingling. The TP through the dust as well. They can't find him. The spider legs, they're chasing the BKB. You're completely alone, Nisha. Oh, wait, the Hurricane Bike over the high ground. You've got to be kidding me. No, the missile in time. Oh, the angles, they're there, and it will drop him. I seriously thought he'd get out of there for a second.
But he could have... Wait, there was only the dust, right? There's no gem. And he had the manta. So he could have manted into...
I don't know how the order everything went through.
Yeah, I guess he already used the Shadow Blade, so he couldn't because of that. But yeah, unfortunate for him, he falls. First tier 5 item. Yeah, there we go.
Ahoy, matey. The pirate hat to be found. Yar. Getting a full wardrobe here with some booties too. So, pirate hat. Barely get to see this one, I feel. 150 attack speed on an Ursa.
So, would you rather have this? I mean, 150 attack speed is pretty sick.
I mean, you already get 400 overpowers. Radiant's feels a little redundant at this point, but look at him go. He's swinging on your buildings.
You don't seem to have to use the overpower at this point, right? You're just sitting the same.
Start chipping away. They really want to save this buyback unless they commit some sort of a terrible fight here. From Nigma. Zai is just gone. He's just farming the top lane right now, so no real commitment from them. The Exodus is going to be popped here as well. They want a second lane.
He's farming the items, right? He got the force bullets. That's something that's...
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's exactly what he's doing.
Did they get anything else?
Safe here. They got Puppey. That's a really long stun, but they can't actually convert off it now. Taunted again on the Miracle with Fear. Screams them away, but instantly Miracle with the stab resistance. He's back up. He hops on top of Matu. They're going to silence. Still, no, buyback. He can't get it. Now they're on the Yab Sword. Double duels up into the air. They try and tangle with Puppey. And now they force the buyback onto Yab Sword. Kuro, the only one objectively based, hitting the structures. Now Miracle's going to help him out. And they now have the refresher there from Weehaw. So additional sights next to the BKB is back up and available. Zai pops in looking at the Sonic Wave and he gets stuns up. Miracle still trying to convert onto him. Sonic Wave comes through, but Miracle is still fine. He backs away Weehaw in very deep right now. So his ability's back up thanks to refresher. Miracle in the back line taking a lot of damage. He's also going to retreat back with the ulti. Now they're on the run. Dropping a little bit low here. Zai trying to find the catch. Doesn't have the Yules. Trying to throw out some spear vessels. He's going to get Yules up near by Weehaw. And Crow just chucks the power shot and everyone's just looking to put the old standoff here as they head back towards the river with just Matu dropping. Can someone get this man a buyback? He has been so close over and over and he just can't.
That's another rush, by the way. Another Aghanims. Everyone gets an Aghanims this game on the side of Nigma. Who do you give it to next, though? Who doesn't have it? There's that Prophet, Phoenix.
I think the Phoenix, right?
Yeah. Probably. It should be the Phoenix. Interesting how we moved away from the Aghanims build altogether.
I think that's best.
So what really happened in that last fight is Matu is trying to fight them and he knows that there is a Weaver that's going to help him. It's not a problem. However, the Weaver gets hexed first, stunned, then silenced afterwards. And the worst part of all of that is his silence wore off just as Matu was dying. So he still tries to use that ulti. He probably double taps it. He uses it on himself even though he's full HP. And then he doesn't have the ulti to save anyone else in the team fight. That's so unfortunate when you're having such a perfect game so far on this Weaver, which he really is. He's doing so well across these 60 minutes, but this last team fight really wasn't his.
Yeah, and considering he has Lotus and Flicker and Aeon Disc, it's such a hard task to try and get him. I like the way Weehaw sometimes has just been like popping ulti and then just using the Lotus. Because he's like, at least I can control the Weaver. Like my ulti's still going to do stuff. And I can stop him from saving the target my allies are going on right now.
What big tier 5 items are out? So Pirate Hat as well on the Bloodseeker, Force Boots on the Quap. Oh, they have the Trident. Yeah.
I guess Miracle can afford it, right? Is that even
Trident? Trident is... No, I don't know. He's actually queuing up a Rapier instead. Oh no. Wait, Trident is whose? Is it on...
I think it's on Nigma, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on Secret for me.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's because it doesn't shift unless you click. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. So I guess you could buy it on Drow, right? But the problem is, what do you replace? every single item that you've got is pretty good. Maybe boots, but you can't really play draw without boots.
I mean, if you had an S and Y hero or whatever here, like, you know, maybe you get it, but they don't have anyone.
Yeah.
So what are they? So they still have one, and Dire still have 2 left. Surprisingly enough. Someone needs the mirror shield. That's. I mean, mirror shield would be pretty nice versus like the abyssals and everything on the side of Nigma. That would actually be crazy for secret.
Wait, I'm feeling a bit stupid. My brain is in a fog. Does the trident go when you combine it? Does it go back into the neutral item or the real slot? I should probably know this. I had trident in my inventory 3 times.
It goes in the neutral item, I'm pretty sure, but you're right. Yeah. But then that's the big problem with it, I guess, right?
Yeah. He has the cape, which is also pretty solid for him. Wouldn't you rather have the trident instead of the cape?
I get it's just a lot of gold though. Like when you still have buybacks and stuff, and
so Trident used to be trash when it just came out. No one was buying it, but they made it a little bit stronger. It is quite a good tier 5 item, I would say.
I just find it so hard when you don't have anything. Like, I mean, unless you're gonna ditch your manta or something, right? You know what I mean? Like, you can't help it. Another pause at the leg, though. Nigma having some network issues, unfortunately, over the past few weeks with all their online games. For the most part, it's gotten a lot better. They were having more problems and a lot of DCs, especially for like GH and Kuro, but seems to be good now. And we're back at the Roche pit, and we get to play the fun old game of who wants an agonist. I see that Mind Control's got a slot open. He's eyeing that thing up.
Yeah, it's the Phoenix. It's the Phoenix that gets the shard again. GH really wants to have a lot of these X.
Let's get themselves the Black Dragon. Ooh, oh, there it is, the Mirror Shield. They actually got it on Secret. That seems really strong. I feel like I'd want that on like the Bloodseeker or something, although he kind of wants that Pirate Hat, I guess.
On the other side, we did get the Seer Stone.
Ooh, who's that even good on?
So that, I guess Dragonite takes. Yeah, he took it.
He literally just wants it for the stun.
yeah. So that's a pretty good range on the stun, right? That's something. Who else could take it, really? On the side of Nigma, no one really can use it, I suppose.
Ooh, the Fallen Sky, too. Speaking of items that were pretty bad when they dropped, you had to have a Meteor Hammer and a Blink. You just got the recipe.
He actually took it, so he's going to be carrying it on Ursa, and it's so good, right? You don't need... You have another way of initiating with it. The Pirate Hat probably to the Dragon. Yeah, the Dragon gets the hat.
All right, Secret. Can the magic keep you alive once again? Puppey's in the mid. Zai's at the bottom. They're complete nuisances. And Puppey just has to risk it. Has no idea if they're currently hunting him. He's a little bit terrified right now.
Yeah, Mind Control is on the
way. Yeah, it's not just the stun, it's the blink too. Oh, he's baiting with the courier. He's running alongside it.
There's a gem on. Yeah, there's a gem on Puppey, so because of that he's fine. But Miracle almost gets him. This kind of a situation is always a little bit scary for Nigma because of the opportunity of a comeback from Secret, right? They can strike on another side.
Yeah.
Probably right now they're a bit too afraid as well. Actually, he absorbed. Oh, Puppey.
Oh.
Damn, that was ballsy.
That is insane.
That was so ballsy.
What? I can't believe he just got away with doing that. Alright, Puppey, you're an animal. He was basically just willing to risk the game. I guess he could buy back, but still. Well, the Rapier's there. Now for Nisha. And he has the Pirate Hat in his inventory. He's like, oh yeah, I got a Rapier. I gotta bring out the hat, guys. Ahoy, I'm the captain now.
Yeah, sadly you can't use the cape and then switch it, and still keep the illusion.
That was ruined by the 4 Zoomers.
That was a bit too strong. Oh, the damage.
Miracle. Drop him low there after using the fallen sky. He put the hammer on the buildings.
Actually, Zai has a rapier as well.
Oh yeah, he was doing that for a while too. So we got double rapiers going here. Zai looks for the right click damage. Caught there on the mind control. He's dropping low. Less than half HP. He's ruptured up. He can't move. They need additional damage. On the Miracle too. They can't quite pop the Aegis in time. Now they actually do get it. And mind control stuck. He's dead. 2 minutes. He's got no buyback. It's not even close. Now Zai up on the high ground, giving some vision. Will the teammates come and help him though? Here's the Yule's up, the Fallen Sky misses. Now Yapsor trying to control GH. Remember, he's got lots of eggs in the basket. Yeah, they got Kuro. They're chunking right through them. Matsu also trying to get the kill there. And the Sunray as well. There's not going to be enough right clicks to take him. We'll go back to the northern part of the fight as Miracle trying to focus down onto Nisha. Nisha though, doing the same thing in return. There's just way too many heroes around. Another egg. Silences. Trying to help Nisha with the Manta now too. Matsu trying to be on the egg, but it's not going to be time to skip the way too many hits.
Another egg.
And there we go. They're going to try with another egg. They're all dropping low, but it's still not going to be enough. Looks like we actually lost one of the rapiers as Nisha died, but 5 heroes dead. 3 eggs, not enough apparently to win a team fight. 11,622 damage.
Trent, what did Excalibur tell you exactly? You can't lose the game if you don't go high ground, right?
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what happened to Nigma here. They try to go for that high ground, the bear just disappears, the Dragonite as well. They just don't. They have some sick items, yeah, but they don't have the armor to or the HP to deal with all the rapiers.
I mean, wasn't it Kuro's famous words of your lead is false if you can't go high ground?
If you're playing versus 2 rapiers, yeah, it seems to be that way. GH though, those eggs, like they literally can't kill them. It's just so strong.
It looks like he has the eggs, but it's just because he has the talent at the end. Every time I keep seeing it, I keep thinking he has the additional eggs hits, but I mean they were right to not give him the egg names because they're still getting the full value out of it.
And every time he uses the egg, Matsu and another hero, they try to go for it, they try to take it out, and then they realize just how many hits they need, and they back out. And even that is...
Be careful there. Mess around with that silent, or the fear rather, from Zai can be very dangerous. He just hawks in, speaking of which, onto GH. He knows he's low, but the Sonic Wave actually misses. Not sure if it would have been enough damage anyway.
Can they get out?
Biscuit from Zai though, when you have that Rapier. Kuro, he's trying to get the chase down. He knows they need a big catch here to get back into this one. So they wind up losing the top set of racks. So we got even Stevens, right? Both teams 1 lane remaining. And no buybacks forced, right?
There's I think GH did buyback, right?
Buyback, yeah, that's right.
The Phoenix did. You had to waste 1 buyback because if you don't, they can just throw on you. That's with 2 rapiers, it would be so easy for them to do that. There is a double damage rune on the bottom lane, so maybe if they find that, Miracle is level 30. And with that
okay, so what has changed now?
Not a lot, really.
His talents aren't. You don't have to miss that many really good ones, I guess.
He gets that AoE Earth Shock. I guess that's pretty solid. But yeah, nothing really that great. Nothing really that big.
Well, Nisha's gonna bring out the pirate hat once again. He's looking for the fight. You saw the damage coming out last time.
Okay, so one thing though, it's very easy for Secret to fight around their high ground. I don't know how easy it is for them to smoke out of the base and try to get the fight somewhere else.
Especially
like around the pit.
Because like egg is kind of bad going high ground, right? It is much better in these like chaotic fights with high grounds and low grounds kind of spread about.
Just the fight of Nigma is much easier if they don't have to funnel all their strength through the stairs, right, uphill. So it should be much easier for them to fight in an open area.
Well, what a game.
Dragonite, the butterfly.
How much gold are we sitting on here? We got like 9k on the Ursa. I think he's probably already bought that moon shard for mind control, I'm guessing. Puppey.
Yeah, he did. Puppey sitting on 8k as well. He can buy that Hex, and yeah, he almost has for Hex and buyback, so he should buy it very soon. But look at Zai, he's going to pressure them down bottom. Look at this.
And he's not alone either. Like, he's been doing this play a lot by himself. They might not necessarily suspect he's there. They actually just use the time lapse. That is pretty cool.
They also pinged out mind control, so they know he's on the top lane, and if they do start a fight, it will be without him.
That was like MLG Columbus, like Chen clicks shenanigans, right? Like the blinking high ground, instant recall stuff.
Oh, that was...
We're into the next
remember the
level plays
storm?
here, guys. Oh, they actually get the stun on the Puppey, but to chain it, of course, versus the Aeon is very difficult. Both teams converging here. Another stun. Can Puppey actually die? He does have the buyback, but he drops the gem. Of course, they have left it on the ground here. Send the courier. Oh, my
So
control.
one big thing for Secret here is to try and still keep these high ground positions, right? The triangle, you can see where Nigma is going right now.
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out if anyone is here, because this triangle should be the most important one for Secret. It isn't even about rush, it's about staying as close as possible to the last remaining set of Raxes while you're still on the high ground.
Yeah.
So,
Trying to force a fight in your favor. 71 minutes. She's a long burn, folks. Haven't had one of these ones in a while. Of course, this patch tends to be a little bit fast.
and with what teams we got it as well. Nigma versus Secret. Such a crazy game.
Yeah, mind control, again, on the hunt here. Zai into the tree line. Looks like he should be fine. And even bring the boots of travel. They are looking at that tree line, checking with the meteor hammer and everything. Or, sorry, the fallen sky. That's like a new bond. And like you've mentioned before, though, the triangle, the high ground, they're doing the exact same thing on this side of the map. This is where Nigma wants to play. And guys, would you believe it? The Roche is back. Can I get a
And the double
amen?
damage.
Let's go.
And Miracle is next to it. He doesn't even care. Okay, you know what? Actually, they tried multiple times with Aegis. Maybe it's the time to try without it. Right? So let's go.
I mean, Crow
Let's
just
see.
went ahead and bought his own. He was so tired of it, so. They don't need magnums or anything from there. And here we go. Put everything on top of the bear. Send him to the high ground and get the right click. Look at that ball cut. Sonic Wave is right from the start, as well as a Rupture there. They lost MC way too early in the previous fight. There's the buyback from Puppey.
Damn, Rupture.
That sends them back. Yeah, we are. Oh, feared. Oh, but the exit. He's locked inside. Nicely done there from GH. And that's the Weehaw up the Abyssal Port. They gotta get themselves that Weaver. Miracle gonna jump on back. No commitment here. Don't force anything. Oh my god, GH. What a time to get the Aghanim's Blessing.
And you can't really kill it. There's no way.
No.
If he's alone, okay, if he's alone, then perhaps you can think about going on that egg. But if
We
he has
talk a
teammates
lot about
around,
how, like,
yeah.
the save is not even that useful, really, on the egg, right? Like, it never feels... It doesn't really have a big impact in a lot of team fights, it feels, because, like, you don't necessarily want to burn it at those moments.
Unless you're playing versus something like a Void, you know, it uses that Chrono or a Legion Commander and you're really saving, then it can work. But in this game, definitely not.
That was sick.
Aghanims? Does anyone...
I don't even want the cheese. You take the cheese.
Yeah, okay, so Dead Prophet has Ags, Phoenix has Ags, Dragonite has it, everyone has it on the side of Nigma.
Really? Just fully egged up, are we? Wow. That's pretty incredible. Yeah, jump forward. They get a fear, and that pushes him the wrong way. Weehaw walks right into him, and he's gone. And so he's going to clip the wave so you can
Wait,
TP it.
what?
But he's on... What are you doing? There goes the Aegis. He's trying to force this fight into buyback from Weehaw. A silence on the Miracle. He heads to BKB. He's going to Abyssal forward. I think he's just tired of this. He goes on to Nisha, but he's trying to get away. They can't get the bash. He's saved up there from the Invis. Now trying to turn with the damage, but it's mind control again on Nisha, trying to get the sun so he can stop opening this damage from the BKB as well from Nisha.
Egg is
Yeah,
dead.
they're actually getting the damage. They got it in time, but Nisha stunned up Miracle onto Puppey. The big saving here. He's going to get back. He's going to haste through. He's sneaky. He wants to get around the back line. Doesn't have to save right now. Nisha, he's dropping low, and he's going to survive in time again. The Invis once more. The damage on the Crow. They got the kill. And now the time lapse there. Miracle's going. They're going to get mind control. Oh my god, why did you fight them here? An ultra kill for Zai.
I think they were just tired. Mind control, man. He just jumped in.
I think they were meant to be done.
They're just done with this game. 75 minutes in, we get Scott, he dies, but mind control. He didn't have to, but he still does it. He pops the Dragon 4, jumps into 5 of them, and dies just the same. He bought back.
Finally over. Is it done? A buyback from Miracle. He's got big damage. Maybe there's a saving grace here. MC trying to find back now, but again, it's the fear, and now it's the Abyssal as well. Onto Miracle, but he's going to pop out. He's got a lowest on the wall, but Michael just dropped so fast with Sonic Wave combined in time. Now Zai moving forward. They have the Rupture too onto Miracle. He's forced back to the power. He jumps back in. He's trying to get Nisha, but again, it's Puppey, the captain, with the big save.
That's a shit.
Holy.
What the...
They legit just got tired. They were just done. I feel like they just wanted that game to be over one way or the other.
It just looks like you can't win versus Secret. They
They looked so mentally broken to make that move.